In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always. Welcome to another edition of what I call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper or the host of this program, known here on social media, wherever you may find me. I am known as the mighty Angel Snuff Nuff 7. I am also your soul brother, number 1. All right, let me see. We should be simulcast on Facebook. Let me see if that's working. It looks like it's doing its thing. Looks like StreamYard is doing its thing. We are in business. I don't expect to keep us long. We just want to discuss this question. Is God the creator of you and I? Is God the creator of the human being? Is God the creator of mankind, and all your affiliates? Is God the creator of life, period? Well, there are those who have come to me over the years, even recently. They make a claim that a being called God created me, and I should honor, and I should respect, and I should submit, and I should worship, I should bow down to, I should be basically a slave to this creator. Now, just because you create something, does that necessarily mean you're supposed to be a slave to that, bow down to that, honor it, serve and worship just because it created you? Why would you want to? I'm trying to understand the mindset of God, because this God sounds grandiose. This God sounds narcissistic. This God sounds like a slave owner. You are my property. I created you. The same mindset that the slave master had for the slave, or a farmer who raised chickens and goats and pigs. You belong to me. You are my property. And that's the same type of mindset that you hear coming from those who are telling me that God is my creator. So you telling me really that this God is a slave master, because that's what it sounds like. You're not asking me, you're telling me I'm your creator. You will bow down to me. I am your father. You will submit. That's another word they like to use in reference to this God. This God is the father. I made you. I'm your creator. So, what has this God done for us? Really? What has this God done for us? Are you present in the home? This God could be charged with child neglect, child abuse, because we are called the children of God. We are in this house and he's not here. Oh, yes, God is where? Where is God? Where is this God at? Your parent is supposed to be available if you are a child so that you can ask questions, so that you can be taught certain things about life. And this God is nowhere around. What this God does, according to religious folks, they send prophets and messengers. That would be just like your father and mother sending your brother and sister to tell you what to do. And how many of you like that? You don't want to be given orders by your brother and sister. You want to talk to mama and daddy directly because they should be in the house. Did you listen to what your sister said? Did you listen to what your father said? Yeah, not really. I want to talk to you. And sometimes mother and father has to use a messenger, another sibling, in order to bring the other children a message. Sometimes. When we look at religion, it's all the time. We have never gotten a message directly from the source, which is this God. I never received a message. Now, you can pretend to receive God talked to me. Some kind of way. I don't know how you explain it. You can pretend. You can pretend you talk to God. That's what they do every day, because nobody has met this God. Nobody. What you get is hearsay information. So-and-so said that God said. The God, Allah, or the Jesus of the Bible, or these gods, Yashara, Yeshua, whatever you want to call them, these gods do not even author your Bible. It's just the Holy Quran. It's just the Holy Bible. It does not say written by Allah, written by Jesus. It's just a holy book written by some unknown person, a whole bunch of other folks other than God. But again, what has this God done for you, really? What has this God done for me? This God, I don't see. This God is not present except in your imagination. If God was real, your God would be just as real as this towel, just as real as this cup, as this envelope, as this computer. We should see God as clearly as we see anything else that's real. But we don't. So the question again is, did God create life? Did God create the human being? There is no evidence. We receive no evidence. We are supposed to believe, but there's no evidence that this being, is there a footprint? Is there any kind of documentation? A picture? Something to show us that this God did something. So we give this God unearned credit. In other words, you're a liar. You're welcome to make a video response. You're welcome to come here and bring your lie, because that's what it is. Bring your lie to this house and see if you can get over it, because it's a lie. Take your lie down the street where people are stupid. They don't think critically. They don't think at all. And maybe you can get that lie over. You're not going to get that lie. It's a lie. God does not exist. So if God does not exist, how did God create anything? Then you said God is a he. So if God is a he, God has a gender, which means God has a penis. What do God need a penis for? The only reason why you need a penis and a vagina is because You need those things for reproduction. If you don't need, if you God, you reproduce everything. You self-created yourself. What you need a penis for? Or vagina? You don't need that. But you said he, because God is a creation of man's imagination. So you create you create this God in the image of a man. So it's always going to be a he. God, he do this, God, he do that. And this God acts like a man. Walks and talks and get jealous and angry and silly. That's this God. I'm not impressed by your God. I'm not impressed by your lie that God did anything for anybody at any time. God did not create a worm. God did not do anything. Where is your evidence? Some type of evidence. Video evidence, audio evidence. Some type of paperwork, something to show. First of all, you need to show that God exists, and you can't. So if God don't exist, then of course God didn't do nothing. You giving this God unearned credit. Look, I don't mind. I don't mind giving God credit if you can prove it. Like they say, if you can show and prove it. I will give God credit. I say, hey, God created the elephant and the grass, and God created the human being. I have no problem with that. In religion, you are asked to believe. Hey, what's up there, Zeal? In religion, you are asked to believe. That means, see, when you are asked to believe, you don't need proof. You don't need any evidence. Somebody tell you a good story. I can tell you I'm Superman with a cape. If you believe it, I don't have to prove nothing. I never have to fly. I never have to show you I have X-ray. I don't have to show you anything. That's what you believe. Angel Snub 7 is Superman. He don't fly. And see, that's the same thing we dealing with this God. You might as well believe I'm Superman. I don't have to fly. I don't have to have super strength. I don't have to have X-ray vision. I'm just Superman and don't have to do nothing. So you telling me this God is all powerful and this God done this and created the earth and all these different things, but there's no evidence this God has done anything at all at any time. Period. All the miracles, all the power that God has is only found, not in our reality. God has done nothing during our lifetime in modern times. The only time you see God doing something, expressing power, is in the Bible and the Quran or some other religious book. You never see God express power in real time, just like Superman. You never see Superman fly around here. You never see Superman on the news, only in comic books, only in fake films and animation. That's the only time you see Superman. And the only time you really hear about this God is only in the Bible, only in the Quran, something affiliated with religious beliefs, and you don't need facts. You don't need to use common sense. You don't need to use logic or anything. Just believe. So you can believe that God created man. And that's fine. It's a lie. Because God does not exist. So if God does not exist, and this is a fact, God does not exist, then God created nothing. That's your belief. And you believe in nothing. Your God has no power because your God don't exist. Your God is not all wise, all knowing, and the list goes on because he don't exist. And you would think if God did exist, God would be a female, not a male, because the female is the one that brings life into existence, the life bearer, the nurturer. So God would be, to me, God would be a female more so than a male anyway if God did exist. But see, God was made, created. It's the other way around. Man created God. God did not create man. So man made God in his image. That's what happened. When you see Spider-Man, when you see Thor, when you see Superman, they are all white people, all Caucasian people, all pink people. Why? Why? Why is Clark Kent, even though he comes from Krypton, he's still a white guy? Why is Spider-Man got bit by a spider still a white guy? Batman, Bruce Wayne, is a white guy. Because the creator of that character is a Caucasian person. And they made Batman and Superman and Spider-Man in their image. Now, Wonder Woman was created by a man. But he put her in the image of the Caucasian woman. That's what we have. I don't want to keep us long because really, this is an easy conversation. It's spontaneous. I don't expect a whole lot of folks to be here. Matter of fact, a lot of you shouldn't even care because if you come to this platform, you already know that's all a bunch of boo-doo-doo. I smell doo-doo. I smell doo-doo. We are beyond the make-believe. We are beyond the fairy tales. There is no God. You cannot prove no God. That's why you are asked to believe. If God was real, you wouldn't have to prove it to me. You can just show me. There it is. There he is. There's God. You don't have to prove nothing to me. You don't have to go all out your way and I got to do my research. I got to have the right feet. I got to have the right feelings. I have to evolve to a certain. Do I do I have to go through all that to know I'm on a computer? Do I have to go through all that to know that I have a poster of info behind my back? Do I have to go through all that stuff in order to be proven that something is real? There it is. Here it is. It's there. That's why you are asked to believe. There is no evidence that God did anything. And then you say, God is my creator, God is my father, but God has done nothing for us that you can prove. Again, you give God unearned credit for things that you cannot prove God done in the first place. Well, God did this. And you know something? Y'all very hypocritical and you're very fake. Because when things go bad, you go silent. You don't talk about God then. You get real low. You don't want, when things go bad, you don't like to praise God and honor God and all that when things are going bad, because your God is doing nothing and your God has never done nothing. But then when things seem to be going pretty positive and, oh, praise Jesus. All praise is due to Allah. All praise is due to Yahshua. Jesus, whoever. Then there you go running your mouth. God is good. God is so good. You had somebody like George Floyd, who was a Christian. And while he was dying, he did not call for Jesus. He did not say, God help me. He did not say, Jesus help me. He said, Mama, Mama, Mama. Here's a man that said he believed in God. Here's a man that said he believed in Jesus. But as his life is getting snuffed out, he's calling for his mama. Because his mama was real. He could easily see that this God and this Jesus was doing nothing for him. Mama! And he knew his mother was gone. His mother was already deceased 2 or 3 years already. But he still called for mama, did not call for Jesus, did not call for Allah, did not call for no God. If God is my creator, God is my father, I charge you, sir. I charge you, daddy, with child abandonment. That's what I charge you with. I charge you with child neglect and abuse. That's what I charge you with. You left me in the house by myself. We are in the house by myself with a creep called the devil running around. And you doing nothing. And then you let this creep called the devil run around in the house. And this devil influence us because you're not here to protect us. Then you want to punish me because you don't want to let the devil get to me. You piece of, woo! Don't bring me your God. Your God is pitiful. Your God is pathetic. Your God is a piece of trash. Your God should be charged with child abuse, child neglect. That's what your God should be charged with. And would be charged with if your God was a human being. So, Father God, you can keep rolling. You a rolling stone or whatever the hell you are. You can keep rolling out. I have nothing to do with you, whether you created me or not. So what, punk? So what if you created me? I'm like Shaq. My biological didn't bother. Remember back in the day, Shaq made that video? My biological didn't bother. His biological father abandoned him. And he was raised by a boyfriend, which turned into a husband of his mother. And that man was the father that Shaq never had. His biological didn't bother. So your God left me in the house with a devil who didn't bother. You can kick rocks. So it's a good thing, Mr. God, that you don't exist because you need your ass whooped. The hell with God. God is a chump. God don't mean nothing to me. So the next thing they would do is try to use fear. Well, God will do this and you're going to burn in hell and you won't go to heaven. The reason why I seek to be a righteous type person is because that lifestyle is good for me. I'm not trying to go to no heaven. I'm not trying to go to the hereafter. What's up there, Alquan in the house? I'm not trying to go to heaven. Or I want to be, the reason why I don't smoke, I don't drink, I'm not a whoremonger, all those things is because that's good for me. Not because I'm looking for a reward. Because it's good for me. That's the reason why. But see, some of y'all, you want to be a whoremonger. You want to be a liar and a thief. You want to do those things. But since now you are religious-fied, you want to try to go to heaven and the hereafter. You want to try to be good and please your massa. I don't care. I don't care about all that reward. You're looking for a reward. I'm not looking for a reward. I want to be a righteous person because it's good for me. Good for my health, good for my mental health. It's just good for me. You looking for a reward. So you are a liar and a hypocrite. You're not doing it because you're sincere. You're looking for something. You're looking for something. You're not doing it out of sincerity. You're doing it out of fear because you want something. You want everlasting life. You want to go to heaven and sit on the feet of this God and be blessed for eternity and all this other nonsense. I don't care about that stuff. I want to be good because I'm a good person anyway. I don't need God. I don't need religion. I don't need all this other mumbo jumbo stuff to be a good person. I don't need Allah. I don't need Jesus. I don't need none of y'all gods. When I see a person and they are starving or have a problem, I don't need religion to tell me I want to help another human being. If I see a poor cat out there looking for food, I want to feed the cat. I want to feed the stray dog. I want to feed the birds in the neighborhood. I don't need no Allah. I don't need God and all that to do that. There are single women that I interacted with. I just help them. I'm not looking for your panties. I don't care what you got in your underwear. I see a single mother. She's struggling. I help her with her groceries. I help her. When I was younger, I used to do things with younger children. Take them out to the movies, take them to the zoo, and blah, 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 blah. I'm an old man now. I really can't tolerate children the way I used to do, so I do it sometimes, but I'm not, I can't. I'm a grumpy old man now, so I can't, it just, me and children, I like children, but I'm too old and grumpy now. I have to be in a certain mood to deal with children because I'm too easily pissed off now. I have a bad temper now. I'm grumpy. And so, but I don't need religion to be a good person. If you need religion, if you need to believe in some kind of God to be a righteous person, a good person, you are really in bad shape. But like I say, many of these people, you're looking for something. You're not good. You are no good. That's why when you leave your religion, all that righteous stuff go away too. See, I was in the Nation of Islam. I was in the church. I'm a good person. I was doing it when I left the church. I'm me. I never changed. I'm the same person. When I left Islam, I'm the same person. Nothing changed. Because I'm a good, righteous person. I'm a just good-hearted person anyway. Has nothing to do with religion. I don't need no holy book to tell me don't steal, don't lie, don't slander, and all this other nonsense. I don't need no holy books to do that. You are in real bad shape. You need a book that's 1,400 years old to help you in 2020. You're in really bad shape. What kind of person are you? You are really mentally ill, really mentally sick. Nobody in 2020 can tell you nothing. You got to go all the way back 1,400, 2,000 years ago. Well, Jesus gonna fix it. Jesus, he gonna fix it. Jesus, 2,000 years. And what makes it so bad, brothers and sisters, is that apparently Islam and Christianity and Judaism and all the religions, they don't work because y'all still full of shizit. Y'all still stink. Y'all still in bad shape. You still worthy of going to hell. You still problematic with all these religions on all the corners. Islam over here, Judaism, Christianity. We surrounded by all these religions and God is the creator and you still in bad shape. with all these teachings, with all this philosophy, and you still in bad shape. I would guarantee you, I am more righteous than a vast majority of these folks doing all that. They doing their salats and they praying every day and hooping and hollering over God. I can guarantee you, I'm more righteous than the majority of these suckers. I don't have to guess. I know. They need God. They need a crutch. They struggling. I'm a righteous person. I don't need a crutch. I'm not struggling. I'm just a good person anyway, from the day I was born. You're nasty, no good, something from the very beginning, and you using these holy books as a crutch to make it look like you nice. Matter of fact, if you talk to some of these religious folks, it don't take long. Look how nasty they get. Look how wicked. They quick to threaten you. Some of them even threaten you with physical violence. Hey, who was the ones that killed Malcolm X? Righteous Muslims. Muslims killed Malcolm X. They could not wait for Allah to deal with the hypocrite or the traitor. They went out, got shotguns and pistols, and killed another Muslim. And people like Farrakhan and other folks, they praise these men for killing another Muslim. Muslims praise these men for killing another believer in God. It don't make no difference whether you like them or like what he done or whatever. That's not your problem. That's an issue between Malcolm X and Allah. You don't have nothing to do with that. But see how evil Woo! Look how evil and wicked these religious folks are. For real. They hide. They use these religions to hide who they really are. It don't take long to see how nasty these people are. Profane, nasty, vulgar, arrogant. They using religion to make themselves look like something they really are not. It's a painting. The same way that you would put chocolate over a peanut. It's not chocolate. It's still a peanut. It's just chocolate covered. The reality is still a peanut. You was nasty and you greedy and you selfish and all these different things. Then you put on these costumes. I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I'm a Moor, and you put on these fezzes and all these costumes. And the bottom line, you're still a Negro slave. If you put a tuxedo on a pig, it's still a pig. It's just a pig that wears a tuxedo. These people are not holy and righteous, no matter what they call themselves, Muslim or Hebrew or Moor, whatever they call Christian. They're not, that's not them. Now, I'm not going to come before everybody and condemn everybody. There are many sincere people. So I'm not talking about you. But the reality is, the majority is just like what I described, because if they was nice and good, like they claim, why? With all these churches and religion all over the world, why is humanity in the condition that it's in? Oh, it's because of the devil. Yeah, you the devil. You the devil. You the devil. And also, just like Dr. King said, if you good for nothing. The reason why evil exists is because good people do nothing, so you good for nothing. So basically, you still an accessory to the devil. That's what you are. Man, I did not want this talk to be long. Let me go ahead and wrap it up. Because there is no evidence to show this chump, this powerless nothing. Come on, God, bring it. Come on, bring me more. Come on. Right now on this live stream, show your power. God don't have to prove nothing. I know, because he don't exist. Because he don't exist. He'll never show because he don't exist. So God don't exist. That means God did not create nothing. Man created God in his image. That's what happened. And man make you believe that it's vice versa. Make you believe, have faith in that. Uh-oh. Woo! Sorry about that. Technical difficulty. I hit a wrong button. hit a wrong button. Okay. All right. That threw me off. Hit the wrong button. Let's finish this up and get out of here. There's no evidence to show that God exists. So if God don't exist, that means did not create nothing. Okay. So if God didn't create all this, did not create us, how did all this happen? I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you. I don't know. All of it was here when I got here. I can't tell you, but I'm not gonna turn around and tell you a lie either. Let me say that again. I'm not gonna turn around and tell you a lie either. Religion is a liar. Religion is telling us lies. God did not create nothing. I will say this. Take a glass of water, a clear glass of water. To the naked eye, it's clear. Take that glass of water, put it out in the sun. The first thing that happens is that water starts turning green. And the reason why it turns green is because that's a sign of algae. Algae is a prehistoric plant. It's a prehistoric, simple plant. Now, where did it come from? When you took the water, you didn't see nothing in there. There was nothing green in the water. You took the water, put it out in the sun. Now, where all this green stuff, the jar is closed up. How did this algae get into this water? And then if you wait a few days, don't put the water in total sun because you'll cause the water to boil. If you wait a few days, if you notice, you'll see little worms start going up and down the glass of your jar. Where did those worms come from? Where did the algae, where did these little worms come from? From the glass was clear. There was nothing in the glass. You know it wasn't. The only explanation that I can see is we live in a microscopic world. As I'm talking, there's all kinds of microscopic things flying around here. I cannot see, you cannot see. Do you know there's microscopic bugs on us, on our bodies? I don't care how much you shower. I don't care what you do. We have small bugs on us going up and down our body, and when we die, they start doing their thing for real. They're harmless. They don't bother you. We have all kinds of viruses and bacteria in our body we can't see. We live in a microscopic world. Something about this planet and where it is positioned in the universe, how it is far away from the sun, just enough sunlight, just enough heat. And when that sunlight come in contact with water, it produces life, not no God. Life is a chemical reaction. Everything about us is a chemical reaction. Our body maintains a temperature of what it is, 98.6, I believe, something like that. How do you think that's possible? Because inside your body, there's a whole lot of action going on. A whole lot of different kinds of chemical reactions going on to produce that energy to cause that temperature of 98.6. And this is the reason why mammals have been able to go places where cold-blooded creatures can't go, because we can create our own internal heat. Turtles and alligators, they have to go out into the sun and let the sun warm their body up. But they also live longer. Cold-blooded animals live longer than mammals do because their metabolism, everything is slower. So you see that the combination of the sun and water creates life. And look at how we are developed ourselves. The sperm and the egg meet, and that embryo you develop in a bag of water. It's not technically water, but it's liquid, it's water. And when we begin to develop, we look like little fish. And if you go and look at all the animals as they develop, whether it's a turtle or a chicken or a pig, all of us have that same kind of look. We look like some kind of prehistoric fish growing, and we all develop in water. All develop in water. Everything that is alive on this planet, you need water. You take the water away, and we die. This is a fact. This is a fact. It's all about water. I would assume at one time that we have some connection to some creature, some kind of being that developed in water, out in the ocean, that crawled to the land at some point in time somewhere. And we evolved. And that's why we are what we are today. Because we evolved. We did not just drop out the sky. There is no special planet for black people, and we just fully grown and just drop out the sky. That's not what happened. Everybody, all life developed on this planet, little by little, from a microscopic world, from one cell, two cells. Now you are trillions of cells, and these trillions of cells develop into all kinds of various systems to operate one being. Has nothing to do with some God, unless you can prove this God actually created the sun and the earth, and you can't prove that, none of that type of thing. So we are here due to a chemical reaction and the evolution of life due to the chemical reaction from the sun and water. That's it, whether we like it or not. And really, some of y'all go crazy and you get upset. I didn't come from no monkey. I didn't come from no zebra. I didn't come from no, it don't make no difference. Because wherever you come from, that's what you are. It don't make no difference. Look where we know we come from. Some of y'all are nasty. So you know what a sperm, well, you actually don't know. Well, actually you do, but we know what sperm and egg look like if it was laying on the floor. You'd be like, ugh, somebody know they nasty. You'd be like, yuck. That's how all of us started. All of us started like, yuck. I want to say something, but I don't want to get nasty. But that's how we all started. We started off as yuck. Can you imagine what your mom and daddy was doing? That's how we all started. And then we began to develop little by little. And now we become what we become today. So Hard Code says, Alquan, yeah, but where did the chemicals, the sun, and the water come from? I don't know. Now, what they say in religion is that God is self-made. God made himself in the triple darkness of the universe or whatever. That's what they say in religion. But again, where did the materials come from so God could make himself? See? So we still stuck. Where did God get okay, God made himself out of nothing. But see, what they mean by nothing is that the material is nothing until you put it to use. Where did the material come from that God used in order to create himself? Where did that come from? See, we have our priorities all messed up because some things we may never know. Our priority should be, we live in this society of racism, pink supremacy, and we need to get this racist off our back once and for all. That's what you need to be doing. Do you know? And see, I always get on the case of black men, but black men make me sick. Soul brothers are sickening to me. I'll give you some more examples. On Facebook, these Negroes, here you have George Floyd with a knee in his neck. And these Negroes talking about, can I suck your feet? That's what they talking about. We talking about police brutality. We talking about reparations. We talking about these things. You have Negroes, these so-called men, they on Facebook talking about, can I suck your feet? What? And then I go to another Negro, and he talking about, if you pay $400,000, you can buy one of those robot blow-up dolls, and the doll can squirt. What? See what I mean? And some of you think that that I'm too tough on black men, I'm too tough on soul brothers or whatever. This is what I mean. The black man is not an alpha male. The black man is not a beta male. The black man is a Negro slave. That's what he is. Now here you are talking about $400,000 for a blow-up doll that you don't produce. At least you should produce the doll. They're going to give that money to the white man. They're going to give it to their oppressor. That's what they're going to do. You're going to make all these babies. I'm trying to build a legacy. You're making all these babies. You don't produce baby food. You don't produce baby milk. You don't produce baby shoes. You don't produce car seats. You don't produce nothing in relation to your baby. Everything, all the clothes on your baby come from the white man. And somebody's supposed to be impressed with you. You have nothing. You are nothing. Nobody respects you. And some of y'all talk tough. You talk tough and don't have a pot to piss in. You talking tough, and the only thing you can pull out your pocket is some lint. And the white man this, and we need to do it. That's all these Negroes say. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. We need to do this, and we should have done that, and could have done that, and woulda. That's all they do. It's embarrassing for me as a man myself, as a brother myself, because I know I could do better, but my gender is pathetic. My gender is pitiful. But they want the respect like they got it going on. They want the respect. They are nation builders and providers and protectors. They're not at all. They waiting on the white man to change his laws. They waiting on the Caucasian people to change something. When you should be taking it to, them. Take your destiny in your own hand. That's what you should be doing. We need to support black business. We already got black business. And you still don't have no power. We have, according to the news report I saw, we have at least 600,000 black businesses in this country. And you have no power. You have no influence. You have nothing. Black business is not going to help you. Black business is designed to make the people who actually own the business rich. So they can go to Europe and vacation. So they can drive around the neighborhood in a Mercedes-Benz and all that kind of good stuff. Motown was a black business. BET was a black business. Who did it benefit? Did it benefit the black community, the soul community? No. It benefited Robert Johnson and Berry Gordy. And then they didn't even try to sell BET and Motown to brothers and sisters to try to keep it in the family, so to speak. Robert Johnson sold BET for little or nothing to Viacom, and Motown, Berry Gordy sold Motown to, who did he sell Motown to? I forgot who. Anyway, sold it to them for little or nothing. That's what he done. That's what he done. And then Berry Gordy also cheated a lot of his artists. So how do black men, how did that help us? It does not. You must do something, and the solution that we need is a solution that benefits all of us, where all of us can get involved, and it benefits all of us, not no individuals, not certain families, people, whatever. It has to be an activity that you can see that it actually benefits everybody. And it belongs to us. Nobody else has the title. This is what we done. Motown is what Berry Gordy done. BET is what Robert Johnson done, and all these other businesses belong to these individuals, these people. Black business don't bring you power. I'm telling you what you need to do for real power. And I know you don't want to hear it, but it is what I call the Mississippi campaign. Operation Exodus Mississippi. That's the only thing gonna get you some real power. But see, you got to act right in order to be able to achieve something on that large scale. But you don't want to act right. You want to stay a Negro slave. You selfish, arrogant, self-righteous. You want to stay slop. That's what you want to be. If you really was righteous, you could pull Operation Mississippi overnight. It would be something easy to do. But you're so messed up and caught up in the white man's world. Even when you holler black power and Hotep and all that other stuff, don't mean nothing. You still carry the racist mindset. That's why you can't unite. anything connected to blackness, black belongs to the white man. That's his concept. That's his label. It was meant to divide and confuse, and wherever you find pro-black, Pan-African, blackness, whatever, wherever you find that kind of mentality, mindset, you will see hatred, jealousy, envy, division, and confusion. That's what you see. And like King Nova said, that's a fact. Under black was never meant to unify. Black was meant to make mockery. Black was meant to divide and conquer. And you are conquered. No doubt about that. It makes no difference where we come from. You should be worried about where you're going. That's the least of your problems. That's the least of our problems. You should want to be liberated. You should want to be free out from an oppressor once and for all. Wherever we come from, how the world was created, y'all can argue and fight over that forever. Who cares? It all means nothing when you're a slave. It all means nothing when you are dominated by other men. Here you are a man. You actually can live in America and you comfortable that another man is basically pumping you in the back of your backside. It's all right. We all American. It ain't all right. As a man, I don't care if you think that you're an American and you're a patriot or whatever, but as a man, as men, as black men, as soul brothers, as men, you want to be able to show yourself that you can be independent. You want to be able to show your women and your children, daddy can provide baby shoes. Daddy can provide baby clothes and gas and electricity and anything that y'all want. It's nice that the white man got some too, but I can do that also. That's manhood. I want my own utility company. I want my own solar company. I want my own gas company. I want all that myself. I want to be able to build my own skyscraper. Produce my own food. Make my own shoes. Make my own cars. If I can't make my own cars, then I can create a trade with Ghana or Kenya, somebody in Africa or whatever that make cars or whoever, and I would trade some of my corn for cars, you know, whatever, however we want to do that. International trade. I'm doing this. White man don't have nothing to do with it. I'm smart enough. I'm wise enough. But apparently you're not. But apparently you're not. So, it's embarrassing. So I see why you reject Operation Exodus Mississippi, because you're not capable. You're not smart enough. You're not slick enough. You're not righteous enough. You don't qualify to be free. So keep living your slave life. And I don't shed a tear for you at all. Because as long as you live here with your enemy, you're going to keep getting what you get. That's the way it's been going on 500 years. Cry for what? This is what you want. Keep supporting black businesses. Keep buying the shoes, the red, black, and green shoes on the corner, and some perfume and incense. You know, the little tacky stuff. Keep buying bean pies and final call. Keep doing all that little tacky, little tiddlywink stuff that you've been doing going on 100 years or more. Keep voting, and this group vote over here, and this group vote over there. Y'all keep doing all that fun stuff that you've been doing, you know, for at least 50, 60, 100 years. Because I see your improvement. You'll get there. I figure by the year By the year 3030, y'all got it made in the shade. By the year 3030. All right. If we get reparations, how many do you think will leave or try to live it up with their money? I don't even like talking about reparations because they're not going to give you any reparations. Never. These people are criminals. Criminals don't pay reparations. You got to be smart enough to take it and do your thizzy. They'll be giving you reparations and they don't even know it. You got to be smart about things. But with all this wisdom and knowledge and truth and all this understanding, but you're not slick. You don't know how to deal with nobody. Now, some of y'all are smart because you do it in the street all the time. But you don't know how to take your street smart and use it against the white man or the Caucasian people. You don't know how to do that. Use street smarts. Don't know how to use it. You won't listen to me. And that's your loss. You will listen to me after it's too late. Now you're going to get what's coming to you. Now it's over. You had your chance. Time has run out. And you're going to get what's coming to you. But I'm like Tupac. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. Slavery is all you know. You don't know no better. Slavery is all you know. You've never been free. And your head is filled up with all this pro-black, pan-African, Hebrew Israelite, more, all this stuff. You like a stuffed turkey. All this stuff. And you ready and fully cooked for Thanksgiving. What has all this done for you? All this pro-blackness, pan-Africanism, all this blackness and Hebrew Israelite religion and the gods, what is it doing for you? What has it done? One day it'll work. One day, Alquan, it'll work. One day it'll work. It will. In the year 3030. All right. On that note, let me get out of here. And my intent was to talk only 20 minutes. And of course, here we are. But I want to thank YouTube and Facebook for allowing me to use their platform. And I thank you, Alquan, and who else was in the chat room? Zio, of course. Yeah, Zio was in that chat. I want to thank my Facebook friends for, I don't know, I couldn't see my chat in my Facebook. But for those who will be watching later, I appreciate you. It's always an honor for you to allow me to speak with us the word that I speak. And I don't know what else to say. I don't want your money. I don't want you to be my slave. I just want you to be free. I don't make any money. Mississippi becoming, we take control of Mississippi. I don't become rich or wealthy. I don't get nothing out of it. I just want what is best interest of us as a people, so we can give, so we can really do something for our people. I'm not talking about no tiddlywink stuff. I'm talking about real, tangible substance they can actually see. Matter of fact, they will be helping themselves, building it every day, sacrificing. It will be hands-on, so they can say, we done this. Not Angel Snuffing Up 7, not Alquan, not Zeal. We done this as a people. So when you look at Operation Exodus Mississippi and you see that it's successful, we done it because In reality, that's who done it. The people themselves decided, we gonna do this. And they got the job done, and hey, we done that. Nobody. Now, you can give me credit and say, well, he suggested and he brought it out, whatever. And I'm like, okay, that's nice. Don't take it no further than that. Go on to be the great people that you claim you are. You say that you're great, you gods and kings and all this kind of stuff. Well, be that. Instead of talking, walk the walk. Instead of doing all that talking. With that said, again, I appreciate your time, allowing me to talk with you for this hour or so. I appreciate it. And until next time, as Don Cornelius used to always tell us, I wish us as important. I wish us love, peace, and so we only 5,000.